Nicola Sturgeon is facing a huge headache after Scotland recorded its worst ever retail sales performance as the industry buckles under the strain of the coronavirus pandemic. The latest figures from the Scottish Retail Consortium (SRC) KPMG Scottish Retail Sales Monitor revealed total sales in March collapsed 13% compared to a year ago, when they fell by 3.7%. This is the biggest drop recorded by the monitor since it began in January 1999, and even when adjusted for deflation, the decrease still remains high at 12.2%. Before the coronavirus lockdown was enforced in Scotland, the monitor recorded growth of 9% during the first 3 weeks of last month, but this was completely wiped out with a 44% decline in the last 2 weeks of that period. Sales in the country plunged 14.5% on a like-for-like basis compared with a year ago, a 4-week month when they fell by 4.1%. Food sales surged 12.1% from March 2019, likely due to panic buying in supermarkets, but total non-food sales collapsed by more. The shocking new figures come after warnings the Scottish economy could shrink by a third as the impact from coronavirus kicks in. Ewan MacDonald-Russell, SRC Head of Policy and External Affairs, warned following the enforced lockdown March was nothing less than a shocker on Scotland's high streets. He added, "These are truly dismal figures, which expose just how hard retail has been hammered by coronavirus. The worst overall retail sales performance ever. The worst non-food sales ever. The worst fashion and footwear sales ever." Mr. MacDonald-Russell added, "Beneath the headline figures is a tale of extreme polarization." The first 3 weeks of the trading period saw unprecedented levels of grocery shopping, with household staples being stockpiled before sales fell back into negative territory in the last 2 weeks. Across the month, office supplies, toys and games, health and hygiene products, and fridges and freezers all saw. Conversely, the bad news was truly rotten. Fashion and footwear sales collapsed. Large item sales crumbled as consumer confidence fell sharply. Across the board, consumers appear to be reducing spending as they adapt to these new circumstances and economic concerns. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon and her government have ordered people to remain at home, and only leave to go out for essential shopping items and exercise. Billions of pounds are being spent in a desperate bid to help Scottish businesses as they threaten to collapse under the pressure of having to close during lockdown. Mr. MacDonald-Russell said, "Retail has gone through the most difficult month in a generation. Many businesses are closed, whilst those who remain trading are doing so in incredibly hard. Enormous investment has been made at pace to protect colleagues and customers, to maintain supply chains and to expand online capacity to help those who need it." He added, "In this period, retail workers have worked incredibly hard to continue to provide the vital goods families require." Throughout the last month, the Scottish and UK governments have made unprecedented fiscal interventions to support the economy. Those vital and welcome schemes, including rates relief, worker support, and grants, are keeping many retailers afloat. Hopefully that will ensure our industry can play its part in getting the economy back on its feet when the time